Hello, and thank you for watching this recording over Aerospace Administration Operations degree programs presented by the College of Education and Human Sciences here at Oklahoma State University. My name is Mason Martin, one of the prospective student coordinators for the college. I'm really excited to share the opportunities available to our AADO students through our programs. So we'll just go ahead and get started. First things first, that's important to note about these degree programs is that Aerospace Administration and Operations is one degree program with 4 study options. Those 4 study options we'll be discussing today are Aviation Management, Aerospace Security, Professional Pilot, and Technical Service Management. Aerospace Security students design, assess, oversee security systems, protocols, and regulations, and investigations in the aviation industry. What does that mean? It doesn't mean that you're going to grow up to become a TSA agent or anything like that. You would be the person who is developing protocols to keep the airport safe for TSA agents to follow, or do further study within them, potentially working for Homeland Security, other governmental agencies, or going private sector and helping develop security protocols as an outside consultant, things like that, making sure that the systems that are in place to protect the public are the most effective for both the producer and consumer, making sure that the people who buy it in the airport systems are getting the most bang for their buck, while, well, hopefully not bang for their buck in that consideration, but making sure that they're getting their money's worth out of the protocols while making sure that the consumers are being the least impacted while still feeling safe. With this opportunity, there are 18 hours of controlled electives that you can customize to your own interest in the aviation security fields. So if you have an interest in cybersecurity, you may choose to pursue a security minor in management information systems or computer sciences. We've had students who will go on and do further aerospace studies or dual option, actually, with their minor in aviation management. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to really dive deep into what whatever your interest is within aviation security. Some possible career paths, we've already kind of already touched on it, but security management, FAA safety inspection, federal air marshals, homeland security agent, and other public-private security careers. Some of these will require further advanced study or certification, but it's a really good foothold for you as you begin your path into the industry. Aviation management is the business of aviation. So this is everything from the marketing, finance, ethics, leadership, safety, and regulation of the aerospace and government organizations that isn't flying the planes. So you have a little piece of everything in the airport. You would actually be the person who is working with the head of security at your airport to make sure that the business operations are still running smoothly within security protocols. You would be the person who's buying the routes for those airplanes to fly, making sure that their passengers are filling those planes. You are really getting a deep dive into the history of aviation as well as the regulatory environment that you'll be working in as an aviation management person. And so you have a lot of opportunity to really develop a deep interest into the aviation management field. Some possible career paths include, labor relations, finance, fleet management, route planning, general aviation management, and working with other legal or regulatory career path opportunities, such as with the FAA. So there's the sky's the limit with aviation management. One really cool opportunity within aviation management is that you can actually take your certified member tests through AAAE, which we'll talk about that just a little bit later, and get a professional certification through the program. It's a very rigorous program that we actually teach a full semester course, 3-hour course over the process, and then you still have to pass a pretty hefty test. But with that certification, it will really benefit you in the professional realm. And so we really teach to make you a marketable professional within the aviation industry. You have the opportunity to get professional internship credits towards your degree. It's not required, but highly recommended. And so you'll have a really great opportunity to set yourself up for careers from aviation management. Technical services management is a very flexible, transfer-oriented study option within our college. This is really geared for career enhancers, people who are going on to further their career within aviation management and technical service, who may have began their career as a mechanic who are now wanting to become more of a management role. Because we use up to 25 hours of technical training from their previous degrees and opportunities to make sure that degree applicability still applies. And so it's a really great option for transfer students who are wanting to work within the aviation field, who may have already earned a degree or some technical training, to get that solid base of higher level aviation that you would learn from a bachelor's level degree rather than an applied associate's degree. So it's a really great option for them. For our traditional students, it's not so much of an option, but there are some ways that you could work with this degree program, as it is very flexible. But the main goal of this is, as I said, to advance those career opportunities for people who are interested more on that technical side, more on the changing careers opportunity side. Our professional pilot program is a Part 141 restricted ATP flight program with 32 planes in the fleet. We're one of 12 universities with a professional mentoring alliance with the Airline Pilots Association. We have cadet programs with Envoy, PSA, and we're always on the lookout for more. All of our students who complete the professional pilot degree program will graduate with their CFI and about 250 hours towards their ATP, meaning that you'll have about 750 hours to go. One really cool thing about our program is that we hire back a majority of our CFIs. Everybody would have the opportunity to sit down for a job interview with that. So you can actually finish out your 1,000 hours with us. Some other really cool opportunities with our professional pilot program include the fact that we have broken ground on a brand new flight facility that we are hoping will come online summer of 2021. So stay tuned for that. But our pilot program has a lot of great history behind it as well. We're a long, continuously running program, and we have about 400 students, but you're not just a number. We actually really maintain those cohorts. We only accept up to 75 students in a cohort per year. And so with that being said, you are very connected with your classmates. You're very connected with your CFIs. It's a really great program to be in. If you want that personal one-on-one feeling and making sure that you're getting what you still want to out of it. There's a lot of opportunities for student development, which we'll talk about here in just a little bit further. But one thing with us having to limit those cohorts to make sure that you're still getting that priority flight time, that you're still making those connections with faculty as well as your CFIs, is that our program is a limited enrollment program. It is a competitive application process. Last year, the average accepted freshman had a 28 ACT and a 3.9 unweighted GPA. I don't say that to scare you. I just say that to let you know that it is a very competitive program. So if you have any questions about professional pilot, please don't hesitate to reach out. Some of those student organizations that I've been mentioning, so that certified member program comes through the American Association of Airport Executives, AAAE, and it's really a great opportunity. That's just one of the certifications that you can get through AAAE, but really being able to go out there, meet other career professionals in aviation and work with them is a great opportunity as you're in college. You'll never have as great of an opportunity to connect with the real professionals in your industry than going to one of their meetings. So definitely would encourage that. The Flying Aggies is generally considered our pilot club, but it's for anyone who's interested within aviation. So there's aerospace engineering students, management students, security students, all who are a part of this as well. The Flying Aggies are just for anyone who loves aviation. And they'll have a lot of different speakers come out, as well as different industry representatives come to their meetings, talk about careers in aviation. They also host our fly-in each year. So the Flying Aggies puts on a fly-in that brings back alumni and different people to show off their planes, connect with students, see their fleet. And then we also have our flight team administered through the Flying Aggies. So to be on the flight team, you've got to be in the Flying Aggies, but you don't have to do one or the other. So it's a really cool opportunity though for you, especially if you're a pilot student, because if you've got your private pilot's license, you can get you can qualify to try out for the team. And any hour that you spend practicing or competing goes towards your ATP, but you're not paying for it, which is really nice. Finally, we have a Women in Aviation program here at OSU. It's a really robust professional mentorship opportunity with a lot of scholarship developments, as well as just mentorship and leadership available to the women in our program. But it's not just for women. Men are welcome to join and help make the industry more diverse and understand that female perspective as you enter the workforce. We have a really robust program, and everyone can benefit from this. Not this degree, but this club. If our programs interest you and if this sounds like exactly what you're interested in, congrats, you're in the right spot. We'd love to connect with you regardless though. So please don't hesitate to give me or my colleague Jennifer a shout. We'd love to answer any questions that you may have or any concerns that you may have about the program, or we'd just be happy to talk about your path to becoming a cowboy within one of these degree programs. So feel free to reach out to us at 405-744-6350 or at educate@okstate.edu. Thank you for joining us on this presentation. Have a good one, and go Pokes.